Hey friends, you're watching this because you want to know how to make some sweet potato pie. Making sweet potato pie is really easy. All you're going to need is a few items. But what I will be doing instead of using all of this to make a pie, I'm going to use some of this and freeze the rest until Thanksgiving. That'll give me some time to be out of the kitchen. I don't have to spend so much time in the kitchen. With that being said, these are the things that you're going to need. I made some homemade lemon and vanilla extract, cinnamon. I also used nutmeg, just a little bit, some pink Himalayan salt. Here I have some brown and light brown sugar, eggs, and butter. And with all of that being said, I wanted to make sure everything is at room temperature. I have 3 tablespoons of flour, cinnamon, and just a tad bit of nutmeg. I'm using whole milk, but you can use sweet milk. And I'm also using sweet condensed milk. Of course, you're going to need mixer. And in order to get everything basically started, your utensils, your measuring thing, and of course that in the back is your white sugar. We're going to start off by making sure our potatoes are nice and clean. I did do this already, so they have been done, but I'm just wanted to make sure that I put this into the video so that you would know exactly what else that you need to do. You can use a scrubber to scrub them. I didn't. I just rinsed them really well. So with that being said, after your potatoes are nice and clean, you want to take a knife or fork and you want to puncture holes in them. Now this will actually help them because my potatoes is pretty big. This will help them to cook even better, and also it'll kind of help stop them from busting. So just put as many holes as you can in each of the potatoes. And we're going to, after you do all of that, we're going to take and line a cookie sheet and place them on the cookie sheet. Now, after you have placed it all on a cookie sheet, you can get some vegetable oil or what kind of oil you have, and you want to take it and rub each of your sweet potatoes down. Now, this will also help to keep your potatoes moist. I like to bake mine instead of boiling it because baking it helps keep the sweetness in. And by you rubbing the oil all on the potato, it helps keeps the skin pretty moist, and also that it won't dry. It doesn't dry out. So you take each one of them and you rub them down pretty good, and then you place it back on your cookie sheet. You do not have to place a foil or anything on them because you put the oil on them, but you're going to place it in the oven and let it cook on 350 degrees for about hour and a half, 2 hours. Mine probably will be about 2 hours because it is pretty big potatoes, and I want to make sure that they are all done. So with that being said, let's get these bad boys into the oven to do what it need to do. All right, let's get our pie shell ready. What I'm about to do is poke holes in the pie shell. This is going to help so that way the dough don't rise too much. You're probably still going to get some, rise from it, but by poking the holes, it'll kind of help keep it a little bit leveled, because I like to bake mine before I put my filling on the inside. I don't like a soggy crust. I like mine to have a little bit of crunch on the bottom. So that's one reason why I bake it, so that way it does not rise too much. So after you have done all of this, you want to take it and put it in the oven and let it cook for probably about 5-10 minutes. It depends on your oven, so that's the reason why I'm saying that. All right, our potatoes was done. I thought I was recording, but obviously I wasn't. So I have 2 more potatoes that's left that I need to get out of the jacket and put into the bowl. And because we need to make sure we mix this very well to get all of the strings out of the potatoes, because we do not like a stringy sweet potato pie. We want our sweet potato pie nice and smooth. So you probably have to do this at least 3 to 4 times. It depends on how stringy your potatoes are or how big they are. I think I end up doing this probably about 4 or 5 times to try to get as much of the strings out as I possibly can. As you can see right here, we did get quite a bit out of it. The thing is, you don't want a lot of the strings in there because it gets in people's teeth. As you can see right here, I used the pot and there's some at the bottom. This is what I had left when I dumped the water twice, and this is the strings that we're trying to get out of them. You do not want those into your pie. So now that we have done that, it's basically time to start adding our ingredients to our pie that's going to give it that flavor that make a sweet potato pie a real sweet potato pie. I have 2 sticks of butter here, and I am going to add this to my sweet potato. So I'm going to mix this very well. With each one of these, you want to mix them really well. You can also use a stand mixer, but I didn't want to pull out the stand mixer. It's easier just using the hand mixer instead of the stand with this. And after you incorporated all of your butter into your sweet potato pie, then you want to add the rest of your ingredients. All right, our next ingredients would be my brown sugar. Now here I think I add 1.5 cups of the brown sugar to it, and we want to mix this again. And also I added 2 cups of white. You can use whatever kind of sugar that you want. I'm using just regular white granulated sugar, and that's 2 cups. And I'm going to mix this really well. And once I got it all mixed in, I'm going to add my 4 ounces of milk. And also after that, I will be adding my sweet and condensed milk to mix that in as well. The sweetened condensed milk is 1/2 cup, and as far as cups, as far as evaporated or your whole milk, is 3/4 cups is what I actually end up using, just in case someone need to know that in cups instead of ounces. All right here I'm adding my 1/2 cup of sweetened condensed milk. As you can see, it is very thick, so I'm trying to hold this and let it drop out, but eventually I will have to put the thing down and grab me a spatula to get everything out of there. We need every drop of sweetened condensed milk as we can get. All right, now that we have cleaned and got everything that we possibly can get out, we're going to continue to mix this along with my 3 tablespoons of flour, my pinch of nutmeg and pink Himalayan salt, and my 2 tablespoons of cinnamon. We're going to pour all of this into the bowl and mix it all together as well. Now each ingredients I do mix well before I start to add the next ingredient. Right now I'm about to add my extracts. As you can see, I'm showing you how rich our vanilla extract came out. This is a homemade vanilla extract. So I'm going to add 1 tablespoon because it is very, very rich. So 1 tablespoon would do you. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of vanilla, and I'm also going to add 1 tablespoon of lemon extract. And the beauty of making this vanilla and lemon extract or any of the extracts at home is that you can always top them off as you use them and it start to go down. All you need to do is add more vodka to it, and the vanilla will be just as strong and potent as it is when you started to use it before. We're going to mix this again very well. And now that we have our lemon and vanilla extract mixed in, I have 4 eggs that I'm about to put in, and we're going to mix this. The reason why I saved the eggs for last because I wanted to taste it before I put the eggs in to make sure that it was sweet enough and had all of the flavors that I was looking for in my in my sweet potato pie, because I did not want to put the eggs in and then try to taste it. So I tasted it before I incorporated the eggs into it, and everything tastes perfect. So now after I get through mixing this, we're going to take out our pie shell and we're going to incorporate our filling or some of our filling into the pie shell, and the rest we will take and freeze for Thanksgiving. And if you have extra, you can save for Christmas because it will keep very well frozen. Now that our pie shell has cooled down and everything is mixed very well, we will take and I'm actually using a measuring cup to make sure that I have the exact same amount in each pie. So I take it and I incorporate it into my pie shell, and we're going to bake this at 350 for at least 50 to 50 to 60 minutes. It depends on your oven. And voila, here is the end result. This is what a sweet potato pie looks like. Now, with that being said, regardless of how good it looks, the taste is what matters. So let's give it a taste test and see what we have. Oh yeah, it tastes as good as it looks. So with that being said, don't hesitate. Get in the kitchen and make your Thanksgiving sweet potato pie today. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, and please share this with someone that loves to bake, family, friends, and don't forget to hit that notification button so whenever I upload anything, you will be notified. Thanks again for watching. Have a wonderful holiday.